Well, what's going on, everyone? It's Tom here, and I am happy to bring you a little audio clip that I have prepared with my good friends John and David. John and David were asked to answer a couple questions, and the first question was to understand what typecast is, to be typecast. All right, so if anyone doesn't know what that means, you're about to hear John explain a little bit about what that is.
When you're so typecast and no one knows your name, they're just like, you're that guy from that show.
If Tom was an actor, he would be typecast because he looks like every guy, like every average.
He's an everyman.
Caucasian guy.
He's just one of us, right?
Yeah. He just looks like everybody. So
he's the human experience in one
would be
face,
typecast.
right? Yeah. And a lot of it is they're just typecast as a certain type of character. So like you're the villain, you're the hero, you're the like Tom, you know.
And now let's talk a little bit about what the problem of being typecast is. What are the negatives of being something that is so recognized, like being typecast?
You know what the problem is the ones that are successful that are like minor role players. You don't really know their name, you just know their face. Like you see them in all the movies, you know what I'm saying? But you don't really know what their name is.
That's right, David. Thank you so much. So to be typecast can be a negative thing. If you want to be a diverse actor or if you want to be taken seriously after doing a funny movie, sometimes this can be a problem. So that is what typecast is. And what we're going to do is we're going to let John and David explain a little bit more about what typecast is. And then I've asked them a question, what is an acquired taste? And so you're also going to hear about what an acquired taste is as well. So go ahead and listen. What I have done is prepared a couple of vocabulary words and cultural references to give you before you listen. So we're going to be talking about some actors, namely Mark Hamill, Jason Alexander, the actor who played George Costanza, and Samuel L. Jackson. We talk a lot about the role, acting role. Basically the paper, right? The character, how you are supposed to perform based on that. We also talk about your role in the office, your role in a relationship. To come out with. So when they came out with the new Star Wars, the new Star Wars comes out, a new movie comes out, a new song comes out, a new program or software comes out. All right, now let's talk a little bit about some commercial references that we talk about here. So John mentions Texas Peet, which is a hot sauce, an American spicy sauce. And then John and David talk about the difference between Corral and McDonald's. All of you know what McDonald's is. Corral is a local Colombian hamburger joint. And some people like Corral more than McDonald's. I will let you listen to decide. Of course, we have Budweiser and root beer, which is an American classic drink. Also, for some, it's an acquired taste. And finally, Pony Malta. Pony Malta is a very special Colombian drink that Colombians love, they rave about, but many foreigners don't quite get the taste. So I can honestly say, like John, that I have not acquired the taste of Pony Malta. All right, well, we're also going to have a couple of clips later for you to analyze some native speaking patterns, but there you go. So now let's go ahead and listen to John and David talk about typecast and an acquired taste. All right, boys, so what's an acquired taste?
Like for me, Luke Skywalker's typecast, for example. What do you think about that?
All right. Just so happens to be a celebrity that looks kind of like me. Okay, anyway.
That's true.
Let me think. Typecast, I mean, playing the same role all the time, right? Most actors are kind of typecast. But let me think, who would you say?
Like he said, someone that gets put in the same role over and over, right? Like Luke Skywalker. So he was Luke Skywalker. What's his real name? George Hamill? Something Hamill?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So he did Luke Skywalker, and after that, he couldn't get any other roles because he was already typecast as Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
everybody
that's
kept looking at him at the same way, and so he never really got any other parts. And then when they came out with the new Star Wars, they gave him a part again. He became relevant again.
So you play the same part all the time, But I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing. It means you have a dedicated audience or something.
It depends. That's what I'm saying, because Luke Skywalker didn't go well for him. You see, but like there's other actors like not main actors, like the what do you call it? Like the complimentary actors in shows. Usually they're typecast and they get a lot of roles because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sure, like a villain. Perhaps.
Yeah, or like I don't know, like George Costanza on Seinfeld.
Yeah, I mean,
most of his roles are like the same,
playing
type,
the same
right?
guy.
But it went well for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, he got a lot of roles like that, and he got money. Whereas
Yeah, exactly.
Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill didn't get a lot of roles being typecast.
We're sitting here being like, well, you were typecast, but they made millions of dollars, so.
Well, they didn't enjoy being typecast, right?
They didn't enjoy being typecast. Okay, all right.
Did you guys ever watch the show, the Jamie Foxx show?
No.
You never watched the Jamie Foxx show?
I guess that's why it's not on the air anymore. Yeah.
So it was a black family from Texas that the uncle bought like a hotel in LA, so he moved to LA. Jamie Foxx moved to LA, and he's trying to be an actor, but he's running the hotel for his uncle. It's a comedy show, and there's an actor there, and he's like the goofy, like, so you know, he's like the one that acts kind of like a white person, right? And so they're like always making fun of him. So after that show, he did an interview like years later because nobody ever saw him again. And then they asked him like, hey, why we don't see you anymore on the TV? And he's like, oh, you know, it's because everybody always sees me as the guy that I played on the Jamie Foxx show, and I hate it because I don't want to play that guy. And that's just bringing it up.
When you're so typecast and no one knows your name, they're just like, you're that guy from that show.
If Tom was an actor, he would be typecast because he looks like every guy, like every average.
He's an everyman,
Caucasian guy.
He's just one of us, right?
Yeah, he just looks like everybody. So
he's the human experience in one.
He would be
face.
typecast,
right? Yeah. I can go along with that. So yeah, who's an actor that comes to mind when you think of typecast?
Well, I'm saying those guys. You know what the problem is the ones that are successful that are like minor role players. You don't really know their name, you just know their face. Like you see them in all the movies, you know what I'm saying? But you don't really know what their name is.
Sure, that's a fair point.
Let me see if I could find one.
And a lot of it is they're just typecast as a certain type of character. So like you're the villain, you're the hero, you're the like Tom, you know.
Yeah, because everybody's familiar with them on the screen as that same type of person.
Yeah.
Like I would say like maybe Samuel L. Jackson is a good example. He always does the same pissed off black guy, you know, in all his movies. So I would say he's definitely typecast, but it's successful. He made a lot of money and success being typecast.
Yeah.
I guess you could say all action figures like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, I was going to say that's an easy one.
Those are typecast characters.
Sure.
All right, now tell me what an acquired taste is.
I have one right here. Okay. It's a Budweiser. Looks like a Budweiser, but it's a little bit smaller. Back away. Yeah.
From the side.
Back away. Yeah, back away. What's going to happen to me, Tom? What if I don't back away? Okay, so an acquired taste, a classic example is like beer or coffee, because the first time you drink it when you're a kid, right? It doesn't taste like you think it should taste, right? Like coffee smells good, but when you taste it the first time when you're 12 or whatever, it doesn't taste very good.
Or if you, like someone gives you coffee that doesn't make good coffee also. That can ruin your experience.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But the more you drink bad coffee, the better it is.
I would say sushi. Sushi's an acquired taste. Not everybody likes sushi.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think specifically, if we talk about seafood, I would say like eel, octopus. These are acquired tastes, right?
That's interesting. Because I never had eel or octopus when I was growing up.
No, you've never had it?
And then when I tried it, I was like, damn, this is good.
I liked it.
Okay. So, but the first time I tried beer, I was, because like my whole childhood, I was like, you know, what is this? It must be amazing.
But I think
And then when
that-
you try it, it's just
But see,
completely
that's
garbage.
the thing. I think that everybody has different, how do you say it, like palates.
absolutely.
So maybe there's people that the first time they tried beer, they like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I know that there's people first time they eat eel, they hate it. They absolutely hate the taste of it. You know, the texture. But I liked it. The first time I had it. I thought, okay, it's pretty good. What about
Pony Malta. That's an acquired taste. I never acquired it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
guess
tried.
you guys think it's an acquired taste.
Well, you acquired it so long ago, you don't realize it. You don't remember it.
I think you could argue that same thing about people that drink a lot of Mountain Dew, though. No.
I find that really interesting. It's about how you grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
different for everybody.
Root beer.
Yeah.
Oh, root beer floats.
Yeah, it's good, but the first time you have it,
No, but there's people here. I bet you wouldn't like it, right?
dude, I think
Like there's people that don't like McDonald's, for example.
I think most Colombians wouldn't like root beer. If
Well,
you just
root beer
went-
floats. Let's talk
yeah,
about
that's
root beer
harder to
floats.
say no to with ice cream.
Yeah. Oh. But anyways, I think that anything could be an acquired taste depending on the person, you know, because that's like I said, there's a lot of people here that they don't like American food like McDonald's,
Yeah,
you know, but I love McDonald's.
like McDonald's. That's your first example. All right.
I'm saying, like there's a lot of people
Happy
here. Like,
4th of July to
you know what they tell me? They say they say that they prefer Corral over McDonald's, right?
Well, that's because they've never been to Wendy's.
And then I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, are you crazy? I would definitely pick American, burger place over a Colombian one. But
That's fair, but they're right in a way.
But
'Cause
for
in,
them-
in like an objective way, like if you just close your eyes and you think about it, maybe Corral is better than McDonald's. If you're not looking at the clown or whatever, right?
bro, the fries, you can't beat the fries.
All right, yeah, that's different.
I don't
Those
like,
are not an acquired taste.
but
by
the
the
way the whole system of McDonald's, the way it is, it makes it better than Corral, because if you ever get a Corral combo, it's like sloppy, it's all over the place. The burgers like all over. And McDonald's, you'll never have that.
That's fair.
They got it down to a science.
I'm gonna
But
have to speak to the manager.
I would say also spice, like hot sauce and stuff, is an acquired taste.
That's definitely a good
Yeah.
example. Like the first time you try spicy food is, I mean, you're like, what the? Why would anyone subject themselves to such an experience? But then you're like, oh, I like that. you
No,
know?
and then there's levels, right?
Yeah.
Right? Some people like the light spicy, the heavy spicy, the flavors, the different flavor, some people like it on certain food where other people don't. Because when I was in Texas, we ate it with eggs, with rice, with everything. I'll
Yeah.
put hot sauce for everything. You have the bottle of hot sauce on the table.
Yeah.
Here, you'll never find that.
Texas Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what acquired taste is to me.
Yes. Perhaps I'm a bit of an acquired taste.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
And that's our cue to get the heck out of
Yeah, yeah.
4th of July, happy Independence
Oh yeah. America is not an acquired.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. All the holidays we've missed.